What's going on, everybody? Don Martino here, and I just watched Pinocchio, directed by the great Robert Zemeckis and starring the great Tom Hanks. So, if you've been living under a rock forever and you don't know the story of Pinocchio, basically this man named Geppetto who makes a puppet wishes upon a star that that puppet would come to life, and basically that happens, and that's a lot of the journey of Pinocchio. And I was extremely optimistic for this film, man. I mean, I'll tell you what, Tom Hanks and Robert Zemeckis getting back together after Castaway, Polar Express, and Forrest Gump. And every time they get together, they make magic, and I just couldn't wait for this. I thought this looked fantastic, and I was like, Zemeckis, Tom Hanks, what can honestly go wrong? Well, it turns out a lot can go wrong in this real generic retelling of the Pinocchio storyline made by Disney. And you got to be skeptical with these Disney live action remakes. Disney, please stop doing this to your live action remakes, okay? I try to show you guys respect as a company. Then you go out, you hire Robert Zemeckis, you get Tom Hanks for the movie, and you do this very verbatim retelling of the Pinocchio story. It is line for line, almost shot for shot. It's crazy, ridiculous. And I'll be very honest with you guys. Honestly, it comes down to the fact that this story is so ingrained in our minds as children because we know the animated film. So when other people are saying the lines, it's not that they're not trying hard, it's just that they're not coming off genuine because we remember the lines a certain way. And I think that you need to do something different with your storytelling when it comes to these live action adaptations, and they proved they can do as much with Cruella. Cruella was a really good retelling new version of the 101 Dalmatians storyline, a prequel to it, if you will, that actually really worked, and it showed a lot of promise. And I was really hoping that the great Robert Zemeckis, even though he's been a little bit more missed than hit lately, but teaming back up with Tom Hanks, he should have been able to make magic, and this is not that movie at all. On top of that, the musical numbers are terrible. The renditions of them suck. They are some of the worst I've ever heard. The CGI doesn't even look that great. There are a couple small visually pleasing things about this movie, but for the most part, it's not that great looking, to be honest with you. It actually looks kind of bad, to be honest, and that was another thing that really stood out to me. I figured at the very least they would be able to make this movie look good when it came to the visual effects and the cinematography, and some of it's fine. It's just there's a lot of it that's not actually all that great either. So this movie really just kind of failed on all levels.
I can't wait to get to school and learn what all this stuff is.
It's shit. It's horse shit. The whole thing is one big metaphor for what this movie is. It sucks. And don't even get me started on the most original new comedic line they were able to come up with for this film.
Too many letters. We need a simple, strong stage name. Slab Oakley. Chad Log? I've got it. Chris Pine.
Get it? Because he's Pinocchio, he's made of pine. Pinocchio is 2 hours that I will never get back, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it a forget about it! You don't need to watch this movie, honestly. You have the animated classic. It's a much better rendition, in my opinion. I did not like this movie at all. I did not see what it was going for. Even though Tom Hanks is acting his little heart out, he's honestly just kind of coming off awkward because, again, every time you say lines that we know so well from our childhood and it's said differently, it just comes off awkward. Just saying the lines differently doesn't make it original. And Disney, please stop doing this with your movies. I'm getting very tired of it, honestly. And this one, even though it has a couple minor little spins to it, it's still just a generic ripoff of what that animated classic is, honestly. And it just baffles me that they come out with this, especially on Disney Plus Day, what's supposed to be celebrated as a big day for Disney Plus, and you put this shit out on your service. All right, guys, I don't want to keep you too long here. I've been Don Martino. Please go ahead and follow the social media pages that are down there at the bottom right. And I want to thank everybody for joining. I really do hope you have a wonderful night, weekend, and all that, honestly. And let me know what you thought of Pinocchio. I really hope that you guys liked it better than I did and found something enjoyable about this that maybe I just didn't see or have a take on it that, you know, might make me change my mind. But as of right now, I can't really think of anything that's very redeemable about this film. It was very disappointing. So, and before we go here today, guys, help us out. Please hit that like button below, subscribe to the channel, leave some feedback in the comment section, share this with your friends, and hit that bell for notifications. I've been Martino. Thank you guys for joining. I'll talk to you guys later.